beautiful day for the beautiful game, and let's hope it stays that way. This one, Energy FC would like to thank SSM Health St. Anthony for being the official healthcare partner and team docs for the Energy FC for 121 years. SSM Health St. Anthony has been ready to help and heal patients across OKC. The Energy at home at Taft against Indy 11 in a critical game. Along with Jose Rodriguez, I'm Dave Lamont. Thank you very much for joining us. And Jose, we look at the standings. Atlanta is playing right now and losing to Sporting KC 1-0 at the half. So this game, heavyweight battle for that fourth playoff spot.
Absolutely, Dave. And listen, Indy 11 right now holding on to the last spot in the group, in the division, hoping to stay there at least to make it into the playoffs. But OKC Energy in a very good run in the last 4 matches, and they're just trying to climb the table little by little, and tonight is a huge opportunity for them.
And one of the reasons OKC has been playing so well has been defensively, and they can hurt you from time to time on offense, but only 1 goal in the last 4 matches for the Energy.
Well, they have been very good defensively, and you know, they have to stay that way if they want to remain competitive throughout the season. It is a very good start, but as well, they have to move forward with the ball and try to create just a little bit more offensively to gain some consistency.
You see Connor Donovan coming off the back line with a header there off the BJF feed. But the player to watch on this team right now, anyway, has to be one of the hottest keepers in USL Championship, and that's CJ Cochran. This is brought to us, by the way, by Loves.
Well, it's the 4th season for CJ with OKC, 13 matches played this year, 32 saves. We'll talk during the broadcast a lot about how good OKC is defensively, and a lot of that has to do with the quality of CJ Cochran.
Now, Indy 11 in the middle of a run of many games. They've shuffled their lineup a bit, but they are keeping the man at the top. 4 goals for the Canadian, Jordan Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton is playing his first season with Indy, good with the ball, likes to play a physical game, and he's a good finisher inside the box. 4 goals already in the 2021 season. Played for Columbus Crew in 2019 and 2020, so a lot of plenty for MLS experience as well.
So we'll have our keys to the game right now. That's brought to us by OKC Volkswagen. And Jose, what have you identified as what these teams are going to have to do tonight?
Well, you know, for OKC Energy, it's just taking advantage of those moments that you have within the game, especially offensively. And for Indy 11, you have to do the little things right now. You're not in a good moment in the season, although in the standings you're pretty much in good shape. But you have to move past this moment, and for that you have to go back to basics, hold on to the ball a little bit more, and try to help out the team moving forward with good passes and a plenty of quality moving forward.
So there is one change in the 11s for OKC. We'll reveal that to you when we return.
Goals are something we outline for ourselves, and oftentimes they can be pretty lofty. When things begin to line up the way we think they should, we appreciate those who helped us along the way, like the help you get with commercial banking from FFB. Our experts are ready to partner with you to help you manage cash flow, oversee accounts through online banking, and help you secure a business line of credit. Because we know you've got better things to do, like grow your business. FFB. We go where you go.
You deserve something sweet, like Brahms' new Fancy Sundaes. The sticky bun has the perfect hint of cinnamon, topped with smooth, hot caramel and pecans. There's the undeniably delicious cocoa banana ice cream covered in hot fudge and slices of banana. And who could resist 2 scoops of white chocolate strawberry tart filled with pound cake and more strawberries? Or French chocolate macaroon with marshmallow atop Brahms' freshly baked macaroon cookies. Try one or all 4 at Brahms, because you deserve it.
I'd always wanted to get braces, always considered it, thought about it. You know, how long is this gonna take? Am I too old to do this? What am I gonna look like with braces on? With payment options and everything else, nothing's hindering me now, I just need to go ahead and do it. The staff, for one, is awesome. The doctor's great. I know I had friends growing up saying, oh, it hurts. I didn't have that experience. I can't wait to see my teeth without being masked by wires, right? Hindsight, I would have done it again 100 times over.
So let's take a look at our 11s, and it's brought to us by First Fidelity Bank. And I mentioned a change for OKC, Jose. And in the midfield, we're going to get Brad Dunwell getting a start tonight over Charlie Ward for OKC. Otherwise, Lee Veidman is going with what works.
Yeah, not a lot of changes, you know, from the last game against Tulsa. You mentioned it. They have a solid back four, and that's a very good start. And Bijev and Lopez will be looking for scoring opportunities.
And Jaime Chavez is available in the 18. In the meantime, Max Rogers, also an interim coach like Lee Veidman, has had to shuffle some bodies around, and he's missing a key player.
Yes, and listen, 4 changes from the last game. Ayose, Bobby Edwards starts in goal, Cam Smith and Nick Moon will be starting in the middle of the field. So, you know, plenty of changes for Indy 11. We'll see if it works out.
The Energy will be in the green and whites, Indy 11 in the whites, and the other key player that we mentioned, Nevial Hackshaw, who's playing in the Gold Cup in Fort Lauderdale right now, a very, very important player for Indy 11, and he is not available and won't be available for 2 or 3 more games. So there's Nick Moon, and that's going to end up going nowhere, so Zach Ellis-Hayden will take charge.
20 years later, yep.
So we welcome you to Taft Stadium. I'm Dave Lamont, Jose Rodriguez, my partner this evening, and an early opportunity here for Indy 11.
That's like a little more room than I remember. Yeah.
There was some talk of thunderstorms in the forecast, and there is still a severe thunderstorm warning. But at the moment, everything seems to be okay. And let's hope for another hour, 45 minutes, or 2 hours it stays that way.
That should be fine. I don't think that's too much to ask.
There were even instructions on Twitter for Energy fans. No umbrellas at Taft, so if you got a good rain jacket or a poncho, you might want to bring that along. Moon able to keep it above the line, getting inside the 18 and fires, and Cochran faces an early test of a hard, low, left-footed rocket.
Good opportunity for Indy 11 early on. Moon moving from the right side inside and taking the shot on goal. A very good sign for the visiting side, although, you know, we're not used to seeing that a lot, especially in OKC games. They are very good defensively.
Only given up 1 goal in the last 4 games. They're on a 4-game unbeaten string. And to show you how good their defense has been, they had a 0-0 draw a week ago against FC Tulsa in the black and gold derby. Tulsa today hung 3 quick goals on Louisville and held on to beat Lou City 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they have been able to do a very good job. I think they're pretty much consistent as well with the back four that they like to play. Everybody knows the system defensively. Now, the thing with OKC is, how do you move forward? How do you create chances? And how do you take advantage of those opportunities when you move forward? That's the moment that they have been waiting for. We'll see if that happens tonight.
You see 6'6" Bobby Edwards with a long goal kick for Indy 11. Max Rogers took over from Martin Rennie on June 16th. They won his first game, but they haven't won since. They have 1 win in their last 4, while OKC, Lee Veidman, lost his first game and hasn't lost since. Get a look at Hamilton right there, whom we spotlighted early. He's out wide left. Overlapping run there. Trying to get it to Hamilton, but it's too strong, and the captain, Connor Donovan, sweeps it aside.
Good read there from Donovan, especially knowing that Hamilton was looking for that ball, and if he's able to hold on to the ball, then that's trouble inside the box for OKC.
And more pressure being put on right now by Indy 11 in the opening few minutes here. They are pressing forward, and they brought everybody up except Bobby Edwards. Through ball here, and a little more danger. Oh, okay, so he's going to keep this in play, and be careful there with Lopez hanging around. And all the way back will go A.J. Cochran, no relation to C.J. Cochran, by the way, if you're wondering. C.J. from Georgia and A.J. from St. Louis.
A rather surprising start on the day for Indy, just being able to dominate possession early on, moving the ball from side to side from just the first 5 minutes. It's very impressive.
I can tell you, having seen the game against Tulsa and announced it, that that's more offense that Indy did in the first 4 minutes than Tulsa did in 93.
Well, yeah.
They just couldn't get anything going, and OKC had a lot to do with that. Bijev. As OKC tries to get their sea legs, I think they were knocked a little bit loopy. And already Nick Moon with an early shot on frame, but Cochran was equal to it. Good touches here. Daniels. And well blocked, and then Daniels from behind takes down Nick Moon. See the Canadian, Aiden Daniels, a key player in this run of good form for the Greens. And that could have been really something special if Nicky Law had been able to maintain that possession. Our referee, by the way, Brandon Stevis, in charge of this four-person crew, and that's going to be over the line. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report brought to us by SSM Health St. Anthony's. And for the Energy, nothing going. Howarth and Farr not available for Indy 11. We do want to mention one thing, though, before we get too deep into it, that it was announced yesterday that midfielder Ray Sari had to retire. Second season with OKC, had a knee injury, has not been able to play this year, and decided that he just was better to go ahead and hang up the cleats. So we wish Ray the very best, whatever his next endeavor is.
Yeah, absolutely. You hate to see that, but you know, when it comes to making that decision, you take your time, and absolutely we wish him all the best moving forward.
Bijev lays it off for Ellis Hayden. He slipped just a touch on the artificial surface. Mitch Osmond. Now OKC trying to get a good build-up here for the first time. Rob Coronado and Kurimoto. It's a bad layoff. Great skill there by Ayoze. Over to Moon. Moon's already gotten off one shot, drops it off there. The touch rejected. The back four coming through big. I don't know if that hit Donovan or Osmond, but the pressure continues. Timmer, and again Moon. Moon centering. Osmond couldn't get all of it, and that chip shot's going to go way, way out of play. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com. And Jose, right now, we've had a lot of time spent in the OKC defensive end.
Well, listen, plenty of room for Moon on the right side. As we see Lopez fighting for that ball. It's a foul there. But plenty of room for Nick Moon on the right side, and that's something that if you're OKC, you want to adjust immediately. That's something that cannot happen. A shot from Moon early on, and now Ayoze with the opportunity. Couple of chances early for the visiting side. Here's the foul.
Pretty clear foul. In fact, Cochran was pleading for some discipline out of the referee's pocket, but Brandon Stevis declined. You can see the flags blowing from right to left on your devices. So Edwards kicking a little bit into that breeze, but he can just rip it. He could go end to end if he had the wind at his back. Moon again dangerous, lays it off, and Cochran intercepted the centering feed. You had Nicky Law crashing the net, and Cochran came up big.
Oh my God, what a save. And again, Moon winning on the right side, this time with plenty of time inside the box. Looks for his teammates, but what a save that is. Just quality from Cochran.
Oh, you saw Law, although he was marked, was still behind Cochran in a very dangerous position. A little scary here for OKC in the early going.
And you know, The really impressive part of the play for Cochran is that, you know, the ball might bounce around. The shot or the cross came so close.
Cochran with a mistake there, and Moon. Are we getting a trip to the penalty spot or not?
That's very close, Dave. It's a huge mistake coming out of the back.
Well, I will say that Indianapolis hosted the Olympic swimming and the diving championships. Not swimming, that was in Omaha, but Indianapolis did host the diving championships, and there might have been a little of that inspired there. I agree there was contact, Jose. I don't think you can dispute that, but
not enough.
I'm guessing that Nick Moon had tickets to the diving portion of the Olympic trials. So here's Law with our corner kick, brought to us by Little Caesars. And off the top, off the crossbar. The pressure continues almost unabated by Indy 11 in the early going.
Well, it's 10 minutes inside the match, and honestly, it looks like it's only Indy 11 on the field so far. What an effort from this team.
Yeah, that miscommunication there with Vasilovic didn't work out. This is close.
And we talk about set pieces, we talk about build-up play, we talk about individual efforts. Everything is going their way for Indy right now. They have to take advantage of opportunities, though, because at some point OKC is going to have to react to this.
When you have someone like Moon who's just dominating the game right now from that right position, what do you do if you're OKC to slow him down?
Well, you know, I think there's a setup already in place for OKC. They have to realize that Nick Moon, that Hamilton are key players for Indy 11, so I'm sure they have a plan. They just haven't been able to apply it into the game so far.
This is Hamilton right here working down the left. He's got Cammie Smith, number 8, crashing. There's Moon, 17, and trying to keep it away from him as much as possible. He has been very dangerous, and Coronado might have tripped himself. There was a little bit of a foul called there on Moon, so OKC will get a break.
Yeah, just
well, let's go back again at what was nearly a goal for Indy 11.
Yeah, here's another look. It's the corner kick from Law. Ball bounces around. The shot that hits the bar. Oh, it's really close, and not a lot that CJ Cochran could have done there, just because of the way the ball bounced in front of him, just out of his reach.
Bijev, well, this is a chance here. And it's going to be chipped over by Lopez. Bijev with a beautiful feed with the head, and Lopez just couldn't get enough drive on it.
What a shame. What a missed opportunity for the Cuban striker. You know, you talk about the opportunities that Indy 11 had early on in the match, and just 3 touches, and it's Frank Lopez in front of goal, but just unable to put the shot on frame.
Energy FC would like to thank SSM Health St. Anthony for being the official healthcare partner and team docs for the Energy FC. For 121 years, SSM Health St. Anthony has been ready to help and heal patients across OKC. Moon again putting on pressure, and Connor Donovan's had enough of that. He gets it back to his keeper. Now Bijev putting a little pressure on the back. Buckmaster. Let's see who's going to win this race. Can Daniels get there in time? He cannot.
Yeah, just too strong, but a good effort from Bijev. Moving back early on, trying to help out in the build-up here, putting pressure as well. He's going to move around a lot, look for Frank Lopez to be the main guy, the target inside the box, but Bijev is going to be a key part right behind him.
Take a look at Bobby Edwards, making his 4th appearance on the year. Now, they have not been able to contain Moon, and they take him down that time. That's Brad Dunwell who's getting the start tonight over Charlie Ward, the only change made by Lee Wiedemann. Indy 11 just played the other night, a couple of nights ago, against Atlanta. And OKC is starting a 3 games in 7-day stretch. which will include a trip to Lou City and then end with another black and gold derby game, this one at FC Tulsa. No turnover there, and a chance. Hamilton lays it off. Smith, left footer, back of the net, and Indy 11 takes the lead. Cammy Smith, the Scotsman, gets his second goal of the year.
And it works this time for Indy 11. They were able to put pressure again. A huge mistake for OKC coming out of the back. It's Indy 11 putting the pressure, recovering the ball in the left-footed shot. Here's another look. Unable to hold on to the ball, Love with the pressure. Hamilton will get the assist, pushing the ball through the left, and the finish. What a shot from Smith inside the box. A team effort for Indy 11 for the first goal. And we talked a lot about OKC, how good they were defensively, but they haven't showed that a lot.
No, not tonight. I'm shocked at how many turnovers they have had in their own end and close to the 18. We're not talking about at this part of the pitch, but at the 18 they're turning the ball over.
Right. This is not what we're used to from OKC. So,
and even that doesn't look crisp. I mean, you didn't think that Hamilton had a chance, but they're just not able to clear it all. If this were basketball, I guarantee you Lee Veidman would have called a timeout about 5 minutes ago to try to settle his guys down. Good touch there, and a chance. And again, you saw another crash to the net. Here's Smith, who just scored. And Indy finally turns it over, and Daniels will try to clear and get something started with Lopez. He's double teamed. Kurimoto gets to that ball with a beautiful tackle. And the throw-in coming up for the Energy as they try to relieve some of this pressure and put on some of their own.
Yeah, and you know, Ellis Hayden on the right side, Kurimoto in the middle. They are very good players with the ball. They can move forward as well. So we have to see a lot more from them with the ball and not chasing around, which is exactly what they have been doing for the first 15 minutes of the match.
Well, what just happened there with Osmond, it kind of sums up the match. He just sort of lost control of the ball in a simple possession. And his teammates were able to fight to get it back, but it's just been a strange start for a team that has been playing so well lately.
Yeah, we were talking about the keys of the game and Indy 11 going back to the basics. They have been able to do so, but now it looks like it's OKC who needs to go back to the basics a little bit more. Easy passes.
Oh, chance here. Lopez fires, saved by Edwards, and it's going to be swept out of the stadium.
Oh my goodness, what a missed opportunity here for OKC. We have been talking as well about how important it is for this team to get the ball in the back of the net. Here they create a chance, a good ball from Bija, but Frank Lopez just unable to finish in front of goal. Have to give a lot of credit as well to Robert Edwards.
And they got the big guy to go down low too. At 6'6", it's not always easy for the big players to get down low to make a save, but he did a terrific job.
If you think about it, Dave, Frank Lopez already with 2 opportunities in the first 17 minutes of the match. You know, things are not going very well for OKC, but they have been able to create a couple chances, and very good chances.
Real hand-dipped ice cream, thick milkshakes, old-fashioned banana splits, and sundaes, all made with farm fresh milk. Brahms is proud to be part of your family's tradition. Brahms, farm fresh for over 50 years. Proud partner of OKC Energy FC. Look at this kick. This guy, wait till he gets the wind at his back. He's going to get a shot on goal out of this if this keeps up. Actually, he does have the wind at his back. That's right. He's kicking into the breeze. It's no, he's kicking into it. That's right.
Yes,
Cochran has it at his back. My goodness, in the next half? Holy smokes. Trying to get it through Lopez. Again, it does get through, and he's taken down just outside the box. And we play on.
There's no call at all. We're going to take another look.
Well, hold on here, because you've got Hamilton in position, and C.J. Cochran will calmly grab it, and he will kick with the wind at his back.
We'll see. You know, it's just a 50-50 call there. There's some contact very early, though.
Not at the end. Yeah, the referee decided to make no call at all there, and so on we go. But Lopez seemingly working almost by himself, almost, because he's had some good feeds, has become very dangerous. Lee Wiedemann feels like it's just a matter of time for Frankie Lopez to go on a tear. He heads on in, and it's in the back of the net. Lopez does indeed get the equalizer.
And what a goal it is. What a header. A good cross coming from the right side. And holding on to the Cuban flag, the Cuban striker. Quite a celebration. We have a ball game, Dave. A good ball from Ellis Hayden. In between the two center backs, the header and the goal for Frank Lopez. A beauty. What a header.
For Frankie, his third goal of the year. For Zach Ellis Hayden, his first assist. So due is Lopez. And it's funny, I talked to Lee Wiedemann yesterday, and I said Lopez seems so close. And he was man of the match one night on a night where he didn't even score. But he was so effective without scoring. And he said it's going to start happening, and perhaps that will get Lopez off on a tear.
Absolutely. You look for a turning point. And you have to give a lot of credit as well to Frank Lopez, because he had a couple chances early. And you can start overthinking everything that you're doing. But he kept on believing, and he got a third chance in the first 20 minutes, and he was able to capitalize.
And the feed from Zach Ellis Hayden cannot be minimized. That was unbelievably pretty, and right to this perfect spot. Lopez with a crackling header, and all of a sudden we are square at 1. And you know, we mentioned fourth place is so important tonight. Get in that top 4 in your division and you're in the playoffs. Atlanta is playing right now and still trailing Sporting KC 1-0 in the 62nd minute. Both these teams are rooting for Sporting KC tonight.
Absolutely. You know, that's the beauty of competing in a sort of a group stage.
And Bijev gets loose. Now he's dangerous from outside that box. He fights on. He'll shoot it, but it's going to be rejected by the foot of A.J. Cochran, and a throw-in coming up for OKC.
Yeah, very good effort from OKC after conceding a goal, making a couple of mistakes in the back. Just a good reaction from the team collectively, not only individually, talking about Ellis Hayden with the assist and Lopez with the goal, but overall as a team, it seems like they have been able to react.
Pretty ball from Kurimoto to Zach Ellis Hayden. He centers. Bijev will try to bounce it in there, but just could not get enough juice on it. And Edwards had a simple save to make.
Yeah, OKC, they do have the quality to move forward. They need a little bit of confidence maybe. And hopefully that goal from Frank Lopez will give them, you know, just that push to keep on going and keep on trying to score goals. That's the one thing that they have been missing throughout the regular season.
Well, you're hardly going to find a guy who works harder than Lopez anywhere in USL Championship. Coronado being pressed there by Smith, who has the goal for Indy 11. Back when they were dominating, all of a sudden OKC has turned it around.
We have a ball game here.
Now we do.
We have a ball game.
And it's so funny because OKC games lately have been low scoring. And who knows, we may not get, oh, we have a late whistle. And is that a, I don't know if that's a card in the referee's hand or not.
Yeah, Yossi was a little bit late to the ball there.
Yeah, I didn't see a card come out yet, so Daniels took the brunt of that. And you know, I don't believe there was a card handed out to Ayoze, the Spaniard. Very skillful player, number 7 there for Indy. Should be a throw-in for OKC Energy. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. Lopez inside the 18. Will he fire it? He will. It goes wide.
Well, a missed opportunity this time. Unable to finish Frank Lopez. He's able to recover the ball after a bad giveaway in the middle of the field for Indy 11. A little bit of trouble holding on to the ball there. A teammate coming in inside the box as well. Looked like he had a better shot at an assist there and not a shot in goal.
I can't remember a game I've watched recently with one team dominating for X number of minutes. Now Oklahoma City has turned it around. They're dominating while the other team looks like they can't do anything right. Eventually, both teams will hopefully start to both play equally well, and we could really have something going here.
Yeah, well, it looks like we'll have a back and forth game. Right now, it seems like OKC, they have been able to put pressure on Indy 11, and they are starting to believe that they can win this game. And Indy, they already know what they can do because they were dominating like we haven't seen before in the 2021 regular season.
They've been playing beautifully lately. Undefeated in their last 4, 3 wins, and then the draw last week against FC Tulsa, the black and gold derby at Taft. Dropped off for Ellis Hayden. Now Arun Vasilovic. Little give and go. Shot blocked. Daniels turned on one there, and we have a couple of players down. I believe we're going to have a foul called way back. Hamilton got pushed. Not a serious foul, but enough to draw a whistle.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna start to see how things are gonna slow down. You know, it's only normal. The intensity so far in the first 25 minutes, it's really unbelievable. So eventually they're gonna have to slow down, and we'll see how teams react after that small period of time.
Well, let's go back and look at the first goal. A mistake here. Kurimoto, and Hamilton drops it off, and Cammie Smith gets his second tally of the season.
Yeah, listen, Law will not get an assist, but putting pressure and recovering the ball was pretty much 50% of that goal.
How about Lopez? Not the tallest player on the pitch.
Absolutely.
Really got up in the air for that.
Yeah, you know, and it's the way he turns his head as well. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, where he wanted to put the ball, and he was able to do so. So a very good finish, a very good ball as well from Ellis Hayden out of the right side.
Ellis Hayden was OKC's player of the year last year and came back from injury. When he did, this is certainly, he has had a lot to do with recent successes. Both and playing kind of a dual role as a back liner with an offensive mindset. Take a look at Diose, looking for his first goal of the year. Captain for this team for Max Rogers. Also interesting angle here, Jose, is the fact you've got 2 interim coaches who took their jobs at right around the same time.
That's a really interesting story, you know, because as an assistant coach, you know what to do, but when you have the responsibility of taking, you know, care of every single detail that comes into the preparation for a game, that brings a lot of pressure, and you know, sometimes that gives chances for players that were not maybe selected before as much, and they get new opportunities, sometimes a new system, not every time. But, you know, it's an interesting story. We'll see how things shape up during the rest of the season. Both of these teams are looking to get in the playoffs, and they have the quality to do so.
Well, it is still 1-0, Sporting KC over Atlanta. Tulsa beat Lou City today 3-2. Other scores going on right now. Hartford and New York are level at 2, and that's a final. And Charlotte and Phoenix are playing 9 minutes of stoppage time. It looks like that's still 1-1, and they're just about finished there. Birmingham, Memphis, by the way, just started the second half. Look out there. About to say there's no score. There was in Birmingham and Memphis, there was darn near another score right here.
And again, it's Moon on the right side. That was the common denominator for Indy 11 early on. It looks like they're trying to get back to that. They were able to do so again, and they have a corner kick opportunity.
It'll be Law again. The Englishman. Well, tried to get the header on frame, did A.J. Cochran. And looks like it's going to be out off of OKC, and another corner kick coming up.
So A.J. Cochran was trying to score on C.J. Cochran.
Yes,
did
sir.
I get that right?
You did.
I had to say that at some point.
That's
right?
okay. And again, a reminder, everybody, they are not related. We've also got Mitch Osmond out there, number 4 for the Greens, who played with 11 games with Indy last year. This is Cochran with a punch. The Cochran who can touch the ball with his hands with a punch. The shot by Segrist is blocked. Well, that looked like a two-point takedown. The state of Oklahoma knows it's wrestling, and that looked like something you would find at a Big 12 wrestling match right there, but no call.
I honestly kept waiting for the whistle.
Oh,
There it is.
There's one. It's not the one the Energy wanted, but it's the correct one in that case, I believe. That one just a little miscommunication there. That's something else Lee Viedman talked to us about, was the communication between Cochran and Coronado, Osmond, Donovan, and Ellis Hayden, that back five, and how well they're getting along on the field.
Yeah, you know, those relationships throughout the season, it works out sometimes, you know, but that's not something that we see very often. Here's an opportunity.
There's something we are seeing a lot of, and that's Moon penetrating inside the 18 again. He is closely marked, 1v1 this time though, and chased out of there. And look at that, Mitch Osmond with a superb job of defense that time.
Well, you were asking me early on, what is it that OKC, what do they need to do to stop Nick Moon? Well, there's an example. They put a lot of pressure, stay as close as you can to him, and that's what you need from OKC defensively to stop Nick Moon.
Well, it was around 90 degrees at kick, so we're taking a mandated hydration break. You know, it's not a bad idea. You can score a great deal with the Brahms Family 4-pack. For only $49, you will get 4 match tickets, 2 buy one get one free Brahms combo vouchers, and 4 Energy FC hats. Visit energyfc.com/Brahms to pick up your Brahms Family 4-pack. Jose Rodriguez, Dave Lamont here. Taft Stadium and the OKC Energy, a team that got off to a very poor start, made a coaching change, and has picked it up ever since then against an Indy 11 team that kind of did the same thing. Take a look at what Indy has done. They picked up a win for Max Rogers versus Sporting KC, then a draw with Lou City where they gave up a late goal, a loss against Birmingham, and then a draw on Wednesday at Atlanta. And there's Max right there with the beard and the shaved head. Experienced coach, both in the USL and beyond. And on the other side, Lee Viedman took over and John Pascarella left. And since then, they had a loss to Birmingham and then wins over Memphis, Sporting KC2, Atlanta, and then the draw with Tulsa.
It was Cammy Smith early on with the goal. A quality finish as well from Cammy, moving inside the box. And just 5 minutes later, it was Frank Lopez. What do you think about the celebration? We're going to have to give him some credit.
I'm down with it.
Well.
I love the touch of bringing out his national flag. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah.
That's a goal of the week, I think. And the reason I think it's goal of the week is not only was that a class finish, but the pass.
Yeah.
I keep going back. The more I see that pass, the more I'm impressed by it. And I would hope that that might make the USL Championship website as a goal of the week candidate, because that I don't think you're going to do any better than that.
Yeah, well, that will be a candidate, no doubt about it. We'll have to see how things go in the rest of the league for the weekend. But I think it was also, I've seen the celebration before, just getting rid of some of the bad luck,
Yes.
right? Getting rid of it as much as you can with the goal. And we were talking about it, you know, how OKC, they need to turn things around offensively. Maybe this is the time, this is the moment, this is the match where we see the turning point for the home side.
74th minute still, Sporting KC2 1-0 over Atlanta. And a match that both sides you're watching right now are very interested in. That'll be another throw in here for Indy 11. It's been a match where one team is dominated, then the other dominated, and now Indy putting the pressure back on.
Yeah, I think so far out of the first 30 minutes, you know, the first 15 minutes, all Indy, the continuous 15 minutes, it's all about OKC. We'll see how things end up in the first half. Hopefully they can even things up and create chances on both sides of the field.
C.J. Cochran wisely sweeps that away. That's just the second goal he's given up in about 4.5 games. He's had 4 clean sheets on the year as C.J. Veteran in this league. A little bit of a risk here. Ball through to Hamilton. And he's not going to be able to get it in time, so a goal kick should be coming up here for C.J. Cochran. First Fidelity Bank is proud to be an OKC Energy FC founding sponsor. Our 20 OKC Metro locations make banking convenient for you, especially when combined with our free worldwide ATMs, mobile banking, and mobile deposit. First Fidelity Bank, we go where you go. Visit www.fb.com today.
You know, the last 10 minutes of the first half are always key, especially when you're playing on the road. And because of the way things are going in the match, it's very important for Indy 11 to keep at least a 1-1 draw. You don't want to go into the locker room and give all the momentum to the home side, and then it's going to be hard to change or switch things up in the second 45 minutes.
Touch a little too heavy there. Throw in for the Energy. Now some pressure being built up here by Indy 11. So Ioze, number 7. We play on. He might have gotten bumped by accident by a boot. And the referee will stop play while Ioze gets attended to. Didn't see anything intentional. I did see a little contact, though. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. And a referee will take care of it. The athletic trainer was not called onto the pitch.
Therefore, Ioze is able to stay on the field.
It was minor. I think it was after the play, and an OKC player was heading to the ball and clipped him in the back of the old cabeza there. But he should be fine. Bijev looking for a call. We're going to play on. One. Very important matchup, as one of these teams could well be in 4th place by the end of the night in the Central Division of USL Championship.
Good communication there from C.J. Cochran, moving all the way from the back. Just very well positioned to clear the ball away.
Going to try to get the touch to Coronado, but it wasn't well struck.
You know, that's something that I think they are very good with the ball. So, you know, they haven't been able to connect as much as they would have wanted. So I'm sure they're gonna talk about it during the break.
You got Hamilton now posting up against Connor Donovan, trying to get the return service, and Donovan got the big body into the way, and a corner kick is coming up for Indy 11. This will be their 4th. We have yet to see one for the Energy.
Yeah, they have had a couple chances as well from set pieces early on when they were dominating the match. We'll see if they're able to connect. They have quality set pieces in Hamilton and Moon as well.
Now, this is the first time we've seen Law from this side with an in-swinger. You see Cochran leave his line, but one of his teammates got to it first. And will they have a fast break here with Lopez? He's on the run, the foot race. Here comes the goalkeeper, though, and that'll end the race.
Yeah, that's the outlet. It's Frank Lopez, the outlet for OKC. Immediately after a corner kick, they have been able just to put pressure defensively. They want that 1v1 opportunity with Lopez, with either defender for Indy 11. So far, they haven't been able to score out of that opportunity.
Jordan, higher. Let come short and spin. Short and spin inside.
Coronado, very good with a left foot. Mitch Osmond. Stolen and then stolen back. And can Ellis Hayden get to that long ball? He will get enough of it to knock it off of Cochran. And OKC will keep possession in a good position here. Good penetration.
Listen, you have to give a lot of credit to Ellis Hayden. Never gave up on that ball. It seemed like it was far away. He was able to win the throw and retain possession for OKC on a ball that pretty much was as close as you can get to the center back.
Little build-up here perhaps for OKC. Looking for Lopez way over his head that time. And it'll be a throw-in coming up for Indy 11. And Energy FC would also like to thank SSM Health St. Anthony for being the official healthcare partner and Team Docs for the Energy FC. For 121 years, SSM Health St. Anthony has been ready to help and heal patients across Oklahoma City as the Energy puts on some pressure with Basulovic. Lopez trying to get it back to Basulovic, just too many white shirts in the way. Lopez continues to fight to try to win possession off Basulovic's face, off Lopez's face, possibly his hand, but definitely his face, and the Energy squeezing tight. They just can't get anything out of it.
How about the effort from Frank Lopez?
That's how he is, man. I really admire the guy as a player. He just gives you everything he has until he cannot go anymore.
Absolutely. You want him on your starting 11, on your team. You know he's going to be ready, and he shows it every single minute. And every time he gets a touch, you know he's giving everything for his teammates. It's unbelievable.
And thought there might be a play-on rule, but OKC didn't have the ball, so Bijev got taken down, and we quickly brought up OKC. Stoppage time should be a couple of minutes. We've had goals. No cautions so far in this half. Very few fouls, fortunately. Vasilovic now working a different side. Can he get off his shot here? Way too much traffic. And broken up that time by Cammie Smith. But the pressure continues.
Inside the rune, inside! A rune! Right there! Half space!
And our Mike's doing a nice job picking up some of the action from the benches. That was a big header that time by Osmond, because if he doesn't get that, Jordan Hamilton runs free.
We haven't seen much from Jordan Hamilton. You know, that's the one thing with the striker. You don't actually need him to be on the ball for the full 90 minutes. But whenever he gets a chance, if he's able to score, that's all you ask from him.
He's done it 4 times for Indy 11. He has it now with a chest trap, gives it to Moon, who gets it back. Saw that overlap coming with Buckmaster, and another corner kick coming up. We still have not seen one from OKC. This will be number 5 for Indy 11. And once again, it will be the Englishman, Nicky Law. No trouble. But Segrist keeping the pressure on.
The ball's off the pad!
You could tell the Indy 11 bench not overjoyed with a non-call, but it's going to be harmless. At least if you're OKC, it's harmless. Jared Timmer, I'm sure if you're rooting for Indy 11, you're pretty disappointed that there was no whistle there. Trying to get it to Hamilton, but Osmond will get it instead to Cochran. He's got to make sure he traps it, the bouncer, carefully. I don't know about you, Jose. I'd be surprised if this game ended 1-1.
Right, yeah. Listen, it's okay that things slow down a little bit in the last 5 to 10 minutes. There was a lot of effort from both sides early on in the match. But, you know, during halftime, coaches have 15 minutes, and they have already shown exactly what they're capable of doing. And in the second half, with a little bit of fresh legs and, you know, a clear tactical idea, tactical setup, maybe a little bit of a change, things can change. And I agree with you. I think we're going to see more goals tonight.
Well, we are going to see 3 additional minutes added by the 4th official in concert with the referee, Brandon Stevis.
The 4th official on the sideline has indicated there'll be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time in the first half.
Now, people here who paid to get in, or those of you watching, are getting entertaining soccer, no doubt about it. Goals by Smith in the 15th minute and Lopez in the 20th minute. That's where we stand as we wind down half number 1 here at Taft Stadium. At stake is a playoff spot, really 4th place up for grabs in the Central Division. A long way to go yet in the season. And before we break, let's look at Atlanta. They're still not able to get on the board. It is still 1-0 with Sporting KC in the 86th minute. And Hamilton taken down there. So here's a dangerous way to end the half. And Indy 11 will have a chance here.
Yeah, you have to be very careful if you're OKC right now. You have been well organized. After the first 15 minutes, they were not very good, but they were able to make adjustments. And I think especially in the middle of the field, they put a little bit of more pressure and made the transition from the defense to offense a little bit more challenging for Indy 11. But this is set pieces. They will have numbers inside the box. You have to stay organized if you're OKC.
You've got Ioze and Law. Law has been doing all of the corner kicks. Let's see if they switch things up here. Ioze will launch it, trying to get it to Hamilton. It hits Osmond instead, and another corner kick is coming up.
Yeah, very good ball from Ioze there, but a very good effort defensively as well. Just clearing the ball away. That's all you have to do. You know, sometimes you get caught off in thinking about counter-attack opportunities there.
So here's Law again. Corner kick number 6. And it missed everybody. And that will go harmlessly out of play and belong to the Energy and a goal kick. That's a big break for OKC.
Yeah, it was A.J. Cochran with the opportunity there.
Coming up at halftime, of course, we'll have a look at what is going on in the league right now. We'll have Devin's Dish. Always a blast. And we'll review the highlights, and we've got a few. And no rush for Cochran as he sees time winding down till the halftime break. There was talk of some bad weather coming in the area a couple of hours before the game. And we may see some weather blow through as long as we don't have any lightning and the rain isn't too crazy. If there is any, then we'll be okay. But there is a severe thunderstorm watch until midnight Central Time. Ellis Hayden taken down. So this looks like a last opportunity before we blow the whistle.
Maybe not.
No, you know what? You're absolutely right. We're going to halftime right now. Very interesting way to call it. So you see the clouds are beginning to gather a little bit, and we'll see if the bad weather holds off. We certainly hope it does for everybody's sake. Goals in the 15th and 20th minute, one per side. We have an exciting second half yet to come as both these sides are looking to be in the top 4 when a new day dawns tomorrow. The Energy trying to make it undefeated in 5 straight. Indy 11 better on the road than at home, and they have been tough in this first half. We'll have a look at Devin's Dish and more, including our thoughts on the half and the highlights when we return. You're watching USL Championship Soccer, tied up at 1.
Real commitment doesn't stumble. It doesn't hesitate. It's ready at a moment's notice, on the sidelines and in the stands. It leans in and gets loud. We're ready for you, for our club, for our city, for whatever comes next. We're SSM Health St. Anthony, and we're proud to be the official healthcare partners of the OKC Energy FC.
Drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and I get it up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex on. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Your old squad shitty, my bros rock.
As some clouds starting to roll in a little bit. Hopefully we have a dry second half in this one. You know who's never dry? Devin and Devin's Dish. Look at some of the best in USL this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite part of halftime.
It's 1 next to 2. It's Dorici and out of my brothers in the European final. Italian equals 12. Week 12 of the Dish coming at you. New York Red Bull 2 on the road at Charlotte Independence. Jeremy Raffanello. It doesn't matter if it's Penn State or Indy. He's in New York now, and he's scoring goals from Omar Sow. But that bad man again, Dane Kelly. That's carry the one. 93 goals, ladies and gentlemen, in the USL Championship history. What's after 93? Again, mathematics, carry the one. 94, can't head it down the middle. That's a mistake. That's 94. He is now 22 goals ahead of Father Time, also known as Jorge Herrera, who is retired in the race for most goals in USL Championship history. So you think you could dance? So you think you could play? Omar Sow does. Omar Sow gets him even in the 70th minute, back of the net. But Austin Brummett, the substitutes, and the Knights who say knee. Nicholas Nee, the little touchback here. Brummett in the back of the net. Red Bull 2 escaped with 3 points. That's a quality victory on the road. Charlotte Independence brought down to earth. Speaking of being brought down to earth, Miami FC about to go into outer space with this kind of performance. It doesn't matter how many passes you put together, kids. It doesn't matter. Got to put the ball in the back of the net. Look at that salsa by Richie Ballard. Looks more like a flamenco if you ask me. But Adonai Jarry just tucks this one home. 1-0 Miami FC. So they're at home. That makes sense. Mark Forrest Lasso, Mark Aaron Gann, don't mark Jordan Scarlett, you get yourself into trouble. Simple as that. 1-1, Tampa Bay Rowdies, good response. Callum Chapman-Page, the little tuck-in, just a few short games ago. No doubt about it this time. What a ball whipped into the back post. Chapman-Page with the game winner. Best win in Miami FC history. I'm going to say it. The Miami FC finally get themselves a result. Let's go to the final highlight of the weekend. And by that, I mean a Wednesday night game. Austin Bold, Sarkodie off Pino. Good finish. Some kind of form to pluck this thing out of midair and just put your laces on it. Take notes. Long-handed. None of that clip notes stuff. All right, RGV. With this point, they're still level on terms. with this goal, they're still level in the game. The problem is, for the first time, El Paso Locomotive atop the crazy mountain division that is. Take a breath. See you out there. Stay safe.
Hey everyone, this is Oscar Jimenez from Louisville City FC.
Hi, my name is Carl Howarth. I currently play for the Indy 11.
What's up everybody? It's Connor Sparrow with the Miami FC.
Josué Soto checking in here. Austin Bold FC.
Hello guys, this is Luis Herrera from El Paso Locomotive. Just wanted to share with you guys my favorite soccer moment, and that will be the day I made my professional debut for El Paso, which is my hometown.
Anderson swings it in. Barry making the run, gets a deflection. He puts it in. Colorado Springs has its lead. And the save from Cardoni. It's there, and Cardoni with a huge save. Beautiful ball through, and that's in. Brilliant.
Goals are something we outline for ourselves, and oftentimes they can be pretty lofty. When things begin to line up the way we think they should, we appreciate those who helped us along the way, like the help you get with commercial banking from FFB. Our experts are ready to partner with you to help you manage cash flow, oversee accounts through online banking, and help you secure a business line of credit. Because we know you've got better things to do, like grow your business. FFB. We go where you go.
At Brahms, we offer more than just burgers, shakes, and fries. We have an entire fresh market for your everyday grocery needs, from farm fresh milk to meats, freshly baked breads, and produce. We also carry a wide variety of our premium ice cream, frozen yogurt, and sherbet. And with Brahms delivery trucks running 7 days a week, our items are always fresh. Stop by your neighborhood Brahms Fresh Market for an incredibly fast, incredibly convenient grocery shopping experience, so you can spend more time on things that matter most.
If that lady in the red shirt would bring us some pork carnitas tacos, please, Jose and I would be thrilled. There you see the Skies. We'll see what happens. 1-1 here, OKC Energy FC and Indy 11. And let's get to some news and notes here from around the United Soccer League Championship. 17 players from 14 USL Championship and League One teams taking the field in CONCACAF Gold Cup, and that includes for Indy 11 tonight, Nevial Hackshaw. El Paso Locomotive's Dylan Morris honored after scoring twice to be the clear audio player of the week. And of course, you may have seen the promo, but this ought to be a really good one. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks welcoming San Antonio FC to Widener Field. That's next Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. Well, the very latest edition of the Central Division standings, factoring in Tulsa beating Lou City today, factoring in Sporting Kansas City 2, having just beaten Atlanta 1-0. So now look what this game means, Jose. I mean, you know this already, but let's remind the audience that fourth place is at stake.
Absolutely. You want to be in the first 4 spots in your division, and that's what Indy 11 and OKC Energy are fighting for tonight. What a big, big second half is coming up between Indy 11 and OKC Energy.
Now, Indy 11 would hold that spot with a draw. That's where we stand right now in scores. Mentioned Tulsa, they scored 3 goals in 40 minutes and hung on for the victory. Charlotte and Phoenix played almost 100 minutes before that one was decided. Sporting KC 2 went about 94 to beat Atlanta United 2. Hartford Athletic and New York Red Bulls 2 ending in a draw. And this is a bit of a surprise. Memphis
right?
And Birmingham. How about that? Memphis in the bottom, Birmingham at the top, and yet It's going to be a wild night in this Central Division. I know we've heard about the Mountain Division being pretty goofy, but the Central may well be just as exciting. So we'll take a look when we return at how these goals were scored. They were a couple of beauties, beautiful finishes to put us in this 1-1 position at Taft. OKC Energy and Indy 11, 4th place at stake tonight.
United Turf and Track is proud to be a partner and the official sports field service provider for the Energy FC practice facility and training grounds. United Turf and Track is a turnkey sports field construction, installation, renovation, and consulting company for natural grass and synthetic turf field systems. With over 50 years of combined experience in sports field construction and service management, United Turf and Track is the only certified field builder in Oklahoma and Arkansas. Contact us today for your next field construction or renovation project.
To the IT professionals, enabling companies across the country to work from home and making business as usual out of unusual circumstances. This new way of working doesn't work without you. Your company is counting on you, and you can count on Cox Business Cloud Solutions. So keep collaborating, keep adapting. We'll keep your data safe and accessible through it all.
Welcome to Love's. Here, technology drives us. That's why we research technology advancements in our own labs. It's why we're constantly developing new tools to improve the ways you move. Ways that lead to safer, more efficient travel. Here at Love's, we believe that technology drives us all forward. Love's, working to bring innovation to the highway.
So yes, it looks like over to one side, some rain is falling over there. So we just don't know if there's any lightning associated with that. So rain was one thing, lightning is another. Let's take a look at some highlights brought to us by Panera Bread. And Jose, Indy 11 dominated the first 10 or 15 minutes, and it paid off.
Absolutely. They were very good, especially on the right side with Nick Moon. This is probably the second or third chance that he had. This time inside the box, plenty of room. Tried to put the ball in, looking for Law, but it was Cochran with the save. Out of set pieces as well, they were able to create opportunities. This time Law with the corner kick and the shot from AJ Cochran, but it hits the bar. So far, everything you see is from Indy 11, and here's the first goal of the match. Nicky Law recovering the ball, passing on to Hamilton, who looks for Cammy Smith, and the left-footed finish for the 1-0. This was the key moment early on for Indy 11. They were able to capitalize, but guess what? It was Frankie Lopez with the opportunities just a few seconds later. First, a missed opportunity on a 1v1 opportunity against Brandon Edwards. Just unable to capitalize this time, but he'll get another chance. No worries. It's Ellis Hayden with the cross from the right side and the header. What a beauty, what a goal from Frank Lopez for the 1-1. And all the bad luck moving away from Frank Lopez's body with that goal. It was the 1-1 at the 20th minute. Here's the look at the stats, Dave.
And they're brought to us by Brahms, and we see shots are almost equal. The goals are equal, shots on target. Everything's pretty equal here. And the only thing that's a little bit wacky is the corner kicks. The Energy yet to get one, and Indy 11 has had a half a dozen so far. I hate to be the bearer of some bad news, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Oklahoma City for a little while longer, just a few more minutes, but we are looking at there's a chance we're going to see some rain, I'll just say, in this half. So no substitutions made by either Max Rogers for Indy 11 or Lee Viedman for OKC Energy. So half number 2. Again, Indy has the 1-point advantage on OKC, so a draw will keep them in 4th. But with Sporting KC winning, with Birmingham in trouble and still trailing, as that match gets old against Memphis, there in the 83rd minute, there is some real movement in the Central if OKC gets 3 or if Indy gets 3.
It's going to be a very exciting division, and you know it's going to come down to maybe the last week of the regular season to decide whether you're in first place, whether you're able to make it to the playoffs or not. The quality in the division, you know, it's good, and I think it's going to be very exciting.
Well, I love the retweaked format from a couple of the USL Championship did in narrowing these divisions. It's a great idea, and it's working out beautifully for the fans as well, and that's the most important thing. Another corner kick coming up. That's 7-0 in corners.
Is there looks like the match will be stopped.
Yeah, but it looks like we have had a weather warning, and it's very understandable. One of the safety for everyone involved, players, officials, fans, to try to find safer ground in Oklahoma City, as the referee just moments after we began the half. So you can hear the public address announcer telling the fans also it'd be a good idea if they could find a safe place to hide here for a little while. There is a severe thunderstorm, a couple of them in the area of Taft Stadium and downtown Oklahoma City. You saw a little heat lightning there. So we will step aside along with everyone else, and hopefully this will not be a long weather delay in a match that is 1-1 OKC and Indy 11. Weather delay.
And keep shelter away from any possible further lightning strikes. Thank you.